Hi, my name is Vignesh Viraya. I am a student from Open University Malaysia, Tanjung Malim. Let me walk through this video presentation for cross-culture management and diversity module. The assignment question is, what will be the critical issues when these two countries, Malaysia and India, would face when Malaysians wants to look for opportunity to open bubble tea retail in India? Let's talk about facts about Malaysia and India, both the countries. About Malaysia, it comprising Peninsula of Malaysia, Sabah and Sarawak with 32 million population. Total area covering around 330 square kilometers. It is in South Asia with 13 states. Capital named as Kuala Lumpur and the official language is Bahasa Malaysia. The nationals or citizens are called Malaysians and the currency used is called ringgit. Whereas for India, India is the second most population country in the world after China with around 1.3 billion people covering about 3 million square kilometer. It is also situated in South Asia and has about 29 states. The capital is called New Delhi. The official language in India is Hindi. The nationals and citizens are called Indians, whereas the currency is Indian rupee. Both Malaysia and India has different kind of culture. Malaysia comprises of 60% of Malay Muslim, 32% of Chinese with a Buddhist background, and 8% of Indians with Hindu background as their religion. Democracy is defined as of the people, by the people, and for the people. They emphasize on political rights and civil liberty. Whereas in India, India is a predominant Hindu country where 83% are Hindus. Main reason for their success is called Jugat, where they find the whole government is corrupt, wasteful, and ineffective. Corruption in India at the level of top management till the lowest category of street vendors. Malaysia and India have similarities and also differences when the both culture works together. According to Hofstede's cross-cultural research, both country belongs to Southern Asia in the globe and they have cultural similarities. Malaysians are more emphasized on equality, less assertive in terms of confidence level, and less performance orientated. They consist of improvement activities and teamwork practices. They promote success through teamwork, whereas India, they have less equality, they are more confident and more performance oriented. They consist of skill enhancement training and motivational practices, and as long as their work task achievement is rewarded, they are good. These are the two famous cultural models from Penas and Hofstad's. Hofstede's model is the first cultural model introduced by Hofstede in early 1980s. Second will be von Trompena's seven cultural model. We'll be talking about these two models one by one on my next slide. Let's talk about Hofstede's cultural dimension and Hofstede start with five cultural dimension and initially add another one to make it six: indulgent and restraint. Power distance talks about equality and having hierarchy. Collectivism and individualism talks about having teamwork or to do the job individually. Uncertainty avoidance talks about the ability and comfortability of changes and uncomfortable or avoidance of changes. Feminine and masculine talks about feminine is about guiding them through while working, and masculine about giving directive. Short term and long term orientation discuss about being traditional and talks about what they have to do now, whereas long term talks about futuristic and long term plans. The sixth dimension, restraint and indulgent, talk about moving out of comfort zone, doing the normal things, or being satisfied or enjoying life, thinking about what we can do when we do our job. This table shows about what happened to India and Malaysia. The numbers shown, blue represents India and the purple Malaysia. The higher the number is, it talks about low and high level of hostage cultural dimension. Let's talk about Tropena's cultural dimension module. Tropena came with seven-dimensional cultural module. He talks about universalism or particularism. To what extent do the same rules apply in terms of circumstances, or is there any differences? Individualism or collectivism. It is more important to be able to act as an individual or to be able to contribute to and stay loyal to a group goals. Third, being neutral or affective. It is better to show emotion or keep them hidden. Fourth will be achievement or ascription. Do I gain success from what I do or achieve, or from who I am ascribed? Fifth will be specific or diffuse. It is important to compartmentalize or to generalize. Is everything linked or nothing linked? Six, sequential or synchronic. Is time or finite resource to be closely managed, or can we use it flexibly to juggle lots of different events? And lastly, talks about internal or external direction. To what extent do we control our environment, or does our environment control us? What will be the critical issues when these two cultures work together? First, by using both Hofstede's and Tropena's culture module, we find that both countries belongs to the Southern Asia, and they are similar in terms of culture, and we find that according to the study, both countries can work together harmoniously. Apart from that, both Malaysia and India was ruled by British colony. Both are within Commonwealth countries and has a very big influence and ability to converse in English, but due to local culture and also the language, English has become second language spoken. Communication will create a minor issue where if any one country did not master their English language, and this might even create some breakdowns, but these breakdowns can be handled very delicately because they are from Asian culture and they don't like confrontations and tend to be more respectful and polite. Malaysians particularly won't have problem working in India because Malaysians do have Indians living in Malaysia, and somehow or other they will know the Indian culture. They must have tasted the Indian food, and even having experience living together with Indians. Lastly, Indians can easily be trained and they are workaholic. And as long as the reward is there for all the accomplishment of work, they can put their heart and soul in their job. I have used 5 journals to help me to come up with this video presentation, and this will make us uh, get a very good insight about these both cultures. Thank you. Hope my video presentation gives you a very good insight about both the cultures and what will be the critical issues if both cultures work together. Thanks again.